Hi everyone, welcome to Common Bet. The class wars is here. Class war. That means the war between people of different socio-economic class, I believe, is here. And we saw the first shot of this new war with the GameStop saga. So, so Wall Street Bets. This is a subreddit of a lot of investors. Um, all these are all individual investors. They discuss about the trades and everything, and then they saw something that they don't like, and then they act on it. And as a result, um, they pull off the biggest news um, of the past 3 days or 4 days. So um, this is the first time that major hedge funds actually lost money uh, as a direct result of an attack from the mass public. This is the first time. Usually, individual investors are food. They are they are just food to they're just like food for all these hedge funds for them to steal the money from. So, for example, when major hedge funds invest in a certain stock, they may announce that they are going into a certain stock, and then that creates confidence in the stock. The amount of money they put in will drive the price higher, and then when individual investors, when they see all this move, and then the backing of a major fund, they will think that, oh, they must know something that I don't know, or they must be really confident about this company. So they also throw their money in, and as the trends build up, more and more people will throw the money in, especially individual investors that rides the trend, and then when it hit a certain point, these funds will quietly and suddenly withdraw all their money, and that's what they call profit taking. So they'll take the profit. So maybe a $10 stock, maybe as a result of their direct actions, the price raised to $15. They take the profit and gain a 50% 50% profit margin, and this can be a lot because when they go in, they can go in $1 billion of worth of funding of capital, and they come out with 1.5 billion. That's $500 million of profit, and guess where this money come from? This money come from individual investors and all the other smaller funds, or the less informed or something, where they go in at a higher price, and they lost money out of it, because when you draw out so much money, the stock will tank. and 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 this is what happened to GameStop. Let me see, I can pull out the so this is what happened to GameStop, because the hedge funds, and the few, I think two of the major hedge funds, if I'm not wrong, let me see, I think I got the timeline. They actually invested, they actually announced that they actually shorted the position for GameStop. That means they, based on the lower than expectation profit, they decided that, oh, we bet that this company will drop in terms of valuation. So, but you see, when major funds do that, when they announce something like that, individual investors will get afraid, and they will think, do they know something that I do not know? And then they will panic sell. But as people panic sell, the hedge fund will hit their target, and they will actually profit a lot more, and then it will destroy the company. And this is where the Wall Street Bets subreddit came in, and then they see this as a evil thing, and they as a community effort, they invest billions of dollars into the stock, and a lot of other funds and a lot of other people with big pockets also saw this trend, and then they ride the trend and shoot up the stock price to ridiculous levels and utterly destroyed some of these funds that actually shorted GameStop, and it caused billions and billions of dollars of losses. So you can actually, so let's read a bit of what people wrote in this subreddit drama. So subreddit drama actually is a subreddit for all the dramas happening in the Reddit world. And then so on this thread they actually explain what happened. Let me refresh and see whether I can get something of the latest. um, so okay, so Razamoli actually explains. So basically, it's a battle between Wall Street bets and a hedge fund who were short selling GameStop stocks. So short sellers make a bet that the stock price will go down by short selling it, selling stocks they borrowed from a lender while it has a high price, and then buying it again to return to the lender when it's cheaper. The short seller keeps the difference. So they announce that they are shorting the stock as they are doing it. This caused the stock price to fall due to GameStop stockholders panicking and selling their stocks, since they figure out the short sellers must know something they don't. Wall Street bets got pissed off and start buying GameStop stocks while encouraging each other and everyone else to do through memes, causing the price to rise. So the short sellers get nervous, start closing their position by buying stock to return to the lender, sometimes even buying stock at a price higher than they sold for, which results in a loss. Since they are also buying stock, they drive the price even higher, resulting in an even bigger potential loss for any one short sellers who holds something called a short squeeze. So this is the micro part of it, where if you read the details, what actually happened, why what are the technical things that's happening, but this just a micro view. When you look at the macro view, when you go out, this is actually part of a start of a class war because of technology, because of the past 2 decades of bullying from the establishment elites against the normal people, and people just had enough. So let me read you another one of the story. Where is it? Wall Street bets. I think I lost that one. I think it's this one. So you can see this is one of the response from one of the the Reddit the redditors in Wall Street bets. He say he's very proud of every single person that is connected to this sub, and then he's calling this a revenge or justice against all these big establishment elites. This is this fight, this desire to punish the establishment elites and give them one good one back, then that is actually driving this. It's not so much about money, it's more about revenge, it's more about social justice. And from my opinion, this looks like the first major shot, the first major attack within this class war, the popular revolt against the establishment elites. And it might be a second shot, because if you are a Trump supporter, this will not surprise you at all, because Trump rides on the anti-establishment wave to become president, and as a result of his presence and the kind of things that he does as a president, it threatens the security, the job security, and the comfort zones of so many establishment elites, and as a result, the entire system ejected Trump out of the White House, if you believe in the election fraud theory. So that could be the first shot, but I think that is just it could be also seen as a sign that of what's to come. So, but for what Wall Street Bets did is bipartisan. There's no political alignment coming to this. Both the left and the rights are supporting these guys because the reaction from the establishment, from the media, the finance media, from even the apps and the stock market, Nasdaq, their reaction shows that they are protecting one another. They feel that, oh, we need to do something. We need to have regulation to prevent this kind of thing from happening. But this is the market. This, whenever anyone invests, be it a hedge fund, there is risk when it comes to investing. And when you try to invest in a fund or in any stocks, the banker or the investment banker or the whoever or the manager will actually tell you the same thing. They say that there's risk, you may lose all your money, so are you sure you still want to go on to do it? The same comes here too, just that there is this uber support for GameStop. They want, maybe perhaps in a more legitimate sense, that they really want GameStop to succeed, much like Tesla. People believe in Tesla and they want Tesla to succeed. They believe in the vision. Maybe yes, if you look at the balance sheet or the earnings, maybe it doesn't seem like it should worth that much, but people want Tesla to have the money to do more. Perhaps people want GameStop to become the next Steam, to become the next Origin, the next EA. Who knows? They could, you see, with all this new capital injected, they could. But you see, because the hedge funds lost so much money, they see it as an attack by the commoners, by the peons, by these normal people, that they felt, how dare you, how dare you hit back at the elites. And that's why you start to see, if you look at the CNBC or MSNBC, you can see that they are questioning if this is legal. Should there be more regulation to against such actions by the community? And you can see that Robinhood app, which is one of the very popular app used by the people within the Wall Street Bets, they actually restrict trading of GameStop. And you know what how they restrict? They did not say you cannot trade, you cannot buy or sell. They actually only prevent you to buy. That means through Robinhood app, you cannot buy GameStop and a number of other stocks. You cannot buy. But you can sell. So what do we call this? This is literally market manipulation. This is exactly what market manipulation looks like, because if you only use Robinhood app to do your trades, there is no way you can drive these specific stocks up, because you cannot buy, you can only sell. This is what I'm trying to say here, that there is this alliance between the establishment, that they are preventing, they are all taking care of each other. They want the game rules to not change. They want the game rules to stick to what they are familiar. Yes, they will still fight each other, the hedge funds and the different corporations, the different stock markets, they fight with each other. They do. But they want to fight on their own rules, and no one else, no commoners are allowed. They want the rules to be fixed. They don't want this sort of thing to happen. It's the same thing in politics, where the Democrats do not want, and even the Republican establishment, they do not want the people to decide who is the next president. They can come up with all sorts of reasons. They can create riots. They don't want Trump. Same thing. So you can see GameStop, and they are and in some case, you see, restrictors would only be able to sell their position and not open new ones. This is literally market manipulation. This is exactly what they are accusing of these people here. They're accusing of people here of market manipulation. But is this market manipulation? Or is that market manipulation? So the war, I believe this is a war. It's much like the culture war. It's a war of between the classes. It's a war between normal people like you and me, where we just want to have a peaceful life. We want to do well in our life. We try our best. We want to play fair. Versus the people who are there. They already made it. They are the establishment. They are the elites. They live in a different world. They have different networks. They are just like normal human beings. Like we have our very good friends or family, and then we will have our own business ideas, or some plans that we want to do. Then we'll share with people that we closest to us, and then people at our level, and we will not want to talk all these some of the secrets to the people beyond our circle. And the elites are the same. However, the friends of the elites are also elites. And if, let's say, Twitter's CEO talks to the Facebook CEO, talks to Google CEO, talks to Amazon CEO and Microsoft CEO, and then they are one click, they literally control like most of the digital world. That's how big, how serious when this natural reaction of people want to bind together and then they want to fix the rules and to make sure they take care of each other's interests so that they themselves can fight fair among each other. This created a elite class, a elite establishment class, and they will always make sure that the rest of the commoners will not be able to play in this game. It happened before during the, I think in the early industrial age, where you had the Rockefellers and all in the early US history, where there's no workers' rights and no labor laws, and people work in terrible working conditions, and people eventually revolt. But before that could happen, all these rich people, they hate each other. You see, they are competing against each other. They are all trying to be the richest guy, and then they are in this little bubble where they compete against each other, but yet they will come together and fix rules and buy out politicians so that their rules, they decide the rules, and they protect their interests, their common and mutual interests. And then within these set rules, then they will fight against each other, and that's the world that had been for the past century. And for the first time, I feel the battle, the fight, the class wars in the past is always tend to through marches and occupy Wall Street. There are some they through politics, but politics usually can't go very far. As and for some conspiracy theories or whoever, that is the reason why there's Federal Reserve. You see, Federal Reserve is not a government body. It's actually a private bank. So all these things, and it is just the elites protecting the elites. That's just how it is. Trump is hated because he's a betrayer of the elites. He don't play the game. He know how to play the game, but he decided to destroy the game, and that's why he's now being demonized, despite he got 1/3 of the population to vote for him. So this is the beginning of the class war. The stock, if I'm not wrong, has been because of all these actions, all these negative news from CNBC, MSNBC. They're all trying to stop these crazy things. So as a result, you can see the headlines. GameStop shares fall 30%, and halted several times after brokers placed restriction on trades. So you see, why would you have to do this sort of things, to block? So this is, you can see, GameStop within a few days went from less than, I think, $20 from the look of it, rise all the way up to $300 and this literally will kill a lot of funds if they are on a short position. So they are revenging. This is a revenge. So watch some of the politicians, see who reacts to protect the people here, to go against the establishment within the finance world. You will know who are not bought by the Wall Street, and surprisingly, we have AOC and Ted Cruz on the same page. See, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez say this is unacceptable. We now need to know more about Robinhood app decision to block retail investors from purchasing stocks, while hedge funds are freely able to trade the stock as they see fit. As a member of the Financial Service Committee, I support a hearing if necessary. So Ted Cruz fully agree. I can't even remember when the last time Ted Cruz agreed with AOC. But what is the same between Ted Cruz and AOC? They are both fighters for the people. Although AOC's ways and the kind of thing that she stands for is ridiculous. She's almost communist, or almost is totally a socialist, and totally is out of reality. But she fights for the people, and that's what Ted Cruz do on the other side of the political spectrum. And that's also why Ted Cruz stick to Trump. He fought for Trump all the way to the end, and you can see these are the people that are fighting for you. This is just the beginning. The class war, from my opinion, is going to start to spread across to different industry. This is just the beginning. I believe that we will start to see a lot more like, let's not shop at Walmart or Target or Tesco or NTUC. Let's shop at the small guys, the small shops, the small merchants, the small fruit sellers, the small go to the, let's say you're in Asia, go to the wet market, buy from the butcher themselves. Don't buy from Walmart, don't buy from the big supermarkets. This likely is going to happen. We already saw this happen with the the big tech censorship and the shutdown of Parler, and where you have all the Trump supporters fleeing and running away from Twitter and Facebook to join all the other awkward and weird social media platforms, which I'm in all of them. I'm still on Facebook and Twitter because that's the major one. I still need to keep in contact with people and read the news, but I can see a lot of people is moving. This is going to happen to YouTube. There are quite a number of video channels, but this decentralization will continue. The fight back against the elite, the establishment, will continue. This is going to affect politics in a major way. politicians will start to have trouble to ignore this popular uprising. As Steve Bannon like to say, this is a populist uprising, of the what he made it sound so beautiful, but it is just people had enough of all the bullshit that's happening over the past 20 years, right from 9/11, the fake war, the fake reasons to go to war in Iraq, the subprime crisis that bailed out using people's taxpayers' money to build up big banks and big investment banks that are the people that actually caused the crisis at the first place. And they laugh to the bank. They all continue to get their bonuses, high paying salaries, and the people struggled to survive, especially in the USA, where so many people are unable to get out of the crisis. They struggled so badly under the 8 years of Obama's, and which is why they voted for Trump, because they need a change. Obama promised to be a change, but he did not. He became part of the establishment, and Trump did his best, created a very strong economy. That's what the people want. People want strong borders. People want secure food, job security. People want fair trade. People want good infrastructure. But you see, Trump losing make things really bad, because suddenly you stop to have a champion for the common people. And if you talk about AOC and Ted Cruz, I'm not sure if it's enough. And from my point of view, it looks like the leadership change is now moved from Donald Trump to Elon Musk, and the people like Elon Musk, for example, Sharma Palihapitiya, Sharma Palihapitiya, yeah, Palihapitiya, Sharma Palihapitiya, yeah, Sharma. I think people like him, like Elon Musk, people who really care for the people, they are the people who are doing the good work, the hard work to improve people's life, to bring us to the future, instead of working to trap us within the cages of the past. It's going to be hard. I'm not sure what will come next, but I feel that this is a race. This is a class war. This is the beginning, and I believe we're gonna see more. So subscribe, hit the like button, smash the subscribe button, subscribe to me. I will keep you updated as much as I can as things develop, and I hope to bring some insights from my point of view across half a globe away. I'm in Singapore, so I'm literally 12 hours away on the other side of the globe. Perhaps I can provide a different kind of perspective. So subscribe, and I'll see you soon.